Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. Not all of us are going to be billionaires, or influencers, or global icons who change the world. Some of us are just regular people, waking up, brushing our teeth, going to work, dealing with weird emails, paying rent, trying not to yell at the printer when it jams for the 5th time this week. And you know what? That's okay. You've probably heard the term NPC used as an insult online. It stands for non-playable character. In video games, NPCs are the background people. They give you side quests, they repeat the same lines over and over, and they don't do anything important. They're not the main character. But here's the twist. What if being an NPC, at least some of the time, isn't something to mock, but something to embrace? What if the path to peace, stability, and even success isn't by becoming the loudest, most impressive person in the room, but by living with intention, simplicity, and unshakable values? What if leveling up didn't require burning out? This is the Stoic NPC Life Guide, and this is how you level up without losing your mind. Let's start with the basics. Why even care about Stoicism? Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life. Not a flashy life, not a perfect life, a good life. The Stoics, people like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, were obsessed with one thing: how to be calm, rational, and resilient, no matter what life throws at you. They didn't care if you were rich or poor, famous or unknown, successful or struggling. They cared about your character, your mindset, your ability to stay grounded in a chaotic world. And that's something we all need now more than ever. So how does that tie into the NPC life? Simple. Most of life is repetitive. Most of life is ordinary. You go to work, you come home, you eat, you sleep, you do it all again. And when you think you're leveling up, getting a promotion, buying something new, moving to a new city, it might feel like progress. And sometimes it is. But too often, it's just a new version of the same cycle. The Stoic NPC understands this. They don't resist the flow of life. They learn how to move with it. They don't chase dopamine or drama. They look for meaning in the mundane. Instead of trying to be the main character in some imaginary epic, they show up for real life, every single day. And here's how you can do that too. Step 1. Control only what you can. This is the foundation of Stoicism and your first major upgrade as a Stoic NPC. You cannot control the weather, your boss's mood, gas prices, or whether your favorite show gets canceled after one season. But you can control your thoughts, your actions, your decisions, your reactions. The Stoic NPC doesn't get caught up in other people's drama. They don't obsess over the news cycle or worry about what strangers think on social media. They focus on what's within their sphere of control and let everything else go. That's not apathy, that's power. Because the moment you stop wasting energy on things you can't change, you free up energy for the things you can. Step 2. Embrace the grind. Let's talk about something unpopular. Most improvement is boring. Real life doesn't look like a motivational montage. It looks like getting up when you don't feel like it, doing the dishes, stretching your back, saying no to things that drain you. The Stoic NPC understands that greatness isn't a single moment. It's daily discipline. They don't need flashy milestones to feel worthy. They find value in showing up, even when no one's watching. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." The NPC doesn't waste time chasing trends. They stack small wins. They read a page, write a line, lift a weight, walk a block. Every little thing counts. They aren't flashy, but they are consistent, and that makes them unstoppable. Step 3. Let go of the main character syndrome. Now this one might sting a little. You are not the center of the universe. No one is. Main character syndrome has tricked people into thinking they're supposed to be constantly evolving, constantly extraordinary, constantly more. But here's the truth. You don't need to be the main character to live a meaningful life. You don't need to be admired. You don't need to go viral. You don't need a highlight reel. You need a code. You need self-respect. You need inner peace. The Stoic NPC doesn't need attention. They know who they are, even if no one else notices. And when you let go of the need to be impressive, you finally become free. Step 4. Practice voluntary discomfort. Most people avoid discomfort like the plague. They want everything to be convenient, easy, fast, painless. But the Stoic NPC understands that the path to strength runs through discomfort. They take cold showers, not because it's trendy, but because it trains their will. They fast, not for aesthetics, but for discipline. They say no to distractions, not to punish themselves, but to sharpen focus. Voluntary discomfort is the Stoic gym. It's where resilience is built. You don't grow by avoiding hard things. You grow by facing them on purpose. And the more you do that, the more the world's chaos feels manageable. Because if you can handle your own suffering on your terms, you're less shaken by suffering when it finds you unexpectedly. Step 5. Reflect daily. At the end of every day, the Stoic NPC does something most people never do. They pause, they reflect, they ask questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What did I waste time on? What can I do better tomorrow? This isn't about guilt, it's about growth. Seneca journaled. Marcus Aurelius journaled. They looked inward every day so they could move forward with clarity. In a world that's always shouting, the Stoic NPC carves out quiet. Not to escape, but to understand. Reflection is the mirror that shows you who you're becoming. Don't skip it. Step 6. Stop chasing happiness. Stoicism isn't about being happy all the time. It's not about toxic positivity or pretending everything is fine. It's about tranquility, a deep calm, a solid inner foundation that doesn't shake every time the wind blows. The Stoic NPC isn't constantly trying to feel good. They aim to be good. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on principles. They don't avoid sadness or stress. They meet it head-on, knowing it's part of life. And when pleasure comes, they enjoy it without clinging to it. That's real emotional maturity. And it's rare. Step 7. Accept the role. Play it well. You don't choose all the circumstances of your life, but you do choose how you respond to them. Maybe you're in a job you don't love. Maybe your health isn't where you want it to be. Maybe life feels a little meh. That's okay. Epictetus said, "Remember that you are an actor in a play, which the playwright chooses. If it is short, then it is short. If long, then long. If he wishes you to act the part of a beggar, see that you act it well." In other words, play your role with dignity. Whether you're the barista, the janitor, the junior analyst, the stay-at-home parent, play it well. Don't wait for a better role to start being excellent. Be excellent now. You don't have to conquer the world to master your life. You don't have to be loud to be strong. You don't have to win the game to live it well. The Stoic NPC doesn't chase a legacy. They leave one quietly, by how they live, how they love, and how they show up, day after day. So if you've ever felt like you're just one of the background characters, good. That means you're free. Free to live with intention. Free to grow without burning out. Free to level up without losing your mind. This is the path of the Stoic NPC. Walk it with your head high, your heart steady, and your soul quiet. Because peace isn't out there. It's right here.